rest insured. David Shapiro is with us, as always, in the studio. Well, a draft of financial results. I guess the one you'd know best would be Wilson Bailey, Dave.
Yeah, good result out of them. I think they're doing very, very well. Wherever you look, building, civils, Australia, everything up. But the market did respond a little to them, but overall I think there's been a complete sell-off in all the construction companies. I think everybody concerned about what lies ahead, although most companies give a very bright outlook.
Wilson Bailey's halved in the last few months.
Yeah,
in
I know
price.
that.
Got to be looking 33 rand a share in cash. They're sitting on right now. Order book of 16 billion. Mark Wiley's one of the most conservative fellows around. He's not here tonight because he's in Australia checking up on those operations, which aren't doing too badly either.
But it's particularly the roadworks, they're pumping there. You know, wherever you go, certainly in Gauteng, you see roadworks being done. So they're going to generate cash. I think the market's been perhaps at these levels that they're trading at now a little bit on the harsh side.
87 rand a share, nice defensive stock, says David.
Yeah, a dividend yield a bit low, I think, but we get that out of all the construction companies. That might be something that's holding the share back, that people are looking for higher yields, but you can't fault them on the result.
You've got Andre Wilkins sitting next to you. You can't fault him on his results as well, and the interim results from ARM. They really are spectacular as far as the numbers are concerned, but worries, David, in the marketplace that they won't be sustained.
I think so. You know, their big profit came out of Assel, and one's concerned. I'm interested to hear what Andre says about the outlook for Assel. We know what's happening in platinum, we know what's happening in nickel and all the other metals. They came down quite sharply, and it's very difficult to read a lot of these a lot of the mining companies. Just even going back to Anglo American, the fact that they suspended their dividend, that sent shockwave down the into the market. I think we're all a bit concerned about what the outlook is, but I think the better managed companies will do okay.
It'd be interesting to know why ARM decided not to suspend its dividend. David, MTN had a trading
great
update.
Result, wonderful result. Just shows you no one's prepared to give up their airtime, despite what they'd rather give up eating than give up, give up airtime. But a very good result. You've got to hand it to the company to produce those kind of results. But it also, Alec, what it shows you is just how much growth is still in Africa, and I think we tend to overlook that.
David, overall, the JSE is now worth 4.2 trillion rand. I say that because it was once, a year ago, it was worth 5.8 trillion rand. So South Africans have lost 1.5 trillion rand in their savings. It's a scary number.
It is.
1.5 trillion in the last year, and that's not from the absolute peak either. Most of that would be in retirement funds. A lot of people who would have retired at this stage are probably going to have to keep working.
I think, that's the hardest thing, is that people who've honestly saved have also been hurt by this downturn. There wasn't anything reckless in what they've done, and it's all our leading companies that have come back quite dramatically. So it does put a question mark. It throws people into disarray because they're not quite sure where to go. Also, remember, we're going into a climate where interest rates are coming down. So I think you've got to be, it's not easy to help them uninformed, but there are pockets where you can earn money and produce reasonable returns, but you've got to do a lot of work on it.
Also confirms, though, what was said in Davos, and we're going to talk to Andre Wilkins about that because I know he was there as well, by Rupert Murdoch, who suggests that $50 trillion has been wiped off international funds, or the value of people's wealth internationally. That's why I guess a lot of people are feeling a bit gloomy at the moment.
But that's their savings, that's their pension. So, everybody's had to lower their outlook. And it's very hard to do. It's easier if you're a young person, but as you get towards retirement, it becomes more and more difficult to digest.
Who's
that.
retiring, Dave? What's your retirement age?
This has extended my working life
103.
by another 10 years. Yeah.
Is your retirement age like Warren Buffett's?
I'm going there. I'm interested this year what's going to happen. I really want to hear what Mr. Buffett says this year.